أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم إلى درس جديد من دروس اللغة العربية بين يديك. So I welcome each and every one of us to yet another class of Arabic, a conversation. Inshallah, we'll start from where we left off yesterday. أخذنا بعض الدروس أمس. We took some classes yesterday, some lessons. And I think we started from a few, chapter 43. Now, so we started from هذا الحوار. الدرس الثالث والأربعون. So we started from here, العرب. We completed what we could not complete last time, but we started yesterday's class actually from here. الدرس الثالث والأربعون. الحوار الأول. So بين عثمان وعلي أعمل طبيبا ماذا تعمل أنت؟ أعمل مهندسا. أين تعمل؟ أعمل في شركة. أين تعمل أنت؟ أعمل في المستشفى. عثمان أين تعمل؟ أعمل في الشركة. أين تعمل أنت؟ أعمل في المستشفى. كم ساعة؟ كم ساعة? So we said all these ones, anytime you ask a question, كم ساعة, it has to be the tenwin or nasbi. We treated that yesterday, just like أعمل طبيبا. Then you have Uthman أعمل 8 ساعات في اليوم. وكم ساعة تعمل؟ أعمل 7 ساعات. هل تحب عملك؟ نعم أحب عملي. أنا أحب عملي أيضا. So we had that yesterday. Also الحوار الثاني. ماذا سنعمل بعد الدراسة? What are we doing after studies? And it says أنا أدرس الطب في كلية الطب سأعمل طبيبا إن شاء الله. Then the second person said أنا أدرس الصيدلة في كلية الصيدلة سأعمل صيدليا. So there's a difference between صيدلة and صيدليا. We treated that yesterday. Then التمريض أنا أدرس التمريض. تمريض is nursing. في كلية التمريض سأعمل ممرضا. So ممرض is the nurse, تمريض is nursing. هندسة, same with هندسة engineering, مهندس is the engineer. Then we said طيران. الطيران is aviation. والطيار is the pilot. Then this تربية and مدرس. So we also looked at the third conversation بين زينب ومريم. أنا مدرسة أو مدرسة. ما مهنتك? We said the meaning of mihna. If anybody asks, you're asked, ma mihnatuk. The meaning is, what is your occupation? What is your profession? Mihna. The Maryam responds, Ana mudarisatun aidan. في أي مرحلة أو في أي مرحلة تدرسين? In what level or which level? We said the better translation is, which level do you teach? But in Arabic it is written as في أي, that is in which level. So the ندرس في المرحلة الابتدائية, I teach in the primary level. Okay, المرحلة الابتدائية is the primary level. That is what we know as primary in our region. Then we have في أي مرحلة تدرسين أنت؟ أدرس في المرحلة المتوسطة. متوسطة is the junior level, the GSS in our locality here. Al-laki atfal, do you have kids? Na'am, yes, li, I have. We mentioned yesterday, li means I have atfal and I have kids. Then Zainab says, kam tiflan lak, li khamsatu atfalin. هل تحبين عملك؟ نعم أحب عملي. أنا أحب عملي أيضا. Then we looked at this mufradat. Thereafter, we looked at this تدريب سل بين الشخص والمكان المناسب. And if I remember, this was done by Abdul Rahman yesterday. Inshallah, we'll continue from there. And I hope you all read the conversations over and over as advised yesterday. So we'll move on from there. So we have at-tadrib al-thani. So as usual, if you want to participate in the class, you can signify by raising your hands. So I'll call you at the appropriate time. So you have at-tadrib al-thani. This is akmil al-farag. Complete the blank spaces. Bil-kalimati al-munasiba, with the appropriate word. Min al-qahima, from the list. Al-qahima is the list. Now we have adrusu. Adrusu, I study. Adrusu, I study. Where do you study? The first one says fi kulliyati tayaran. Fi kulliyati tayaran. So we have to pick our answer from this qaima, from this list. So adrusu, what do you study in kulliyati tayaran? So let me have someone. Let's have brother Shehu. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف أنت؟
بخير والحمد لله. وكيف
الحمد
حالك؟
لله. الحمد لله بخير.
نعم. أدرس الداش في كلية الطيران.
أدرس طيران في كل طيران.
أدرس الطيران في كلية الطيران. أدرس الداش في كلية التمريض.
أدرس تمريض في كلية التمريض.
جميل. أدرس الداش في كلية التربية.
أدرس تربية في كل تربية.
So there's no yaw, there's no shadda in the terbiya. So terbiya, we have to make it light. At terbiya. Good.
أدرس التربية في كل تربية.
Very good. الرابع أدرس الداش في كلية الهندسة.
أدرس هندسة في كلية الهندسة. هندسة.
كلية الهندسة. الخامس أدرس الداش في كلية الطب.
أدرس طب في كلية الطب.
أدرس الطب في كلية الطب. أدرس الداش في كلية الصيدلة.
أدرس صيدلة في كلية الصيدلة.
ما معنى الصيدلة؟
صيدلة is a pharmacist.
Pharmacy.
Pharmacy.
So, then a pharmacist is what? Pharmacist. Someone practices pharmacology.
صيدلية.
صيدلي.
صيدلي.
نعم. Good. جميل. جزاك الله خيرا. Now, so today we'll be learning the different times, at least the major time hours. Mufradatun idafiyya. Mufradatun idafiyya. Mufradatun idafiyya means mufradat. These are words idafiyatun that you link with other words to make sense. Al-ardu demonstration. Undur wastami wa'id. Undur look, wastami listen, wa'id and repeat. So wherever you are, you can repeat. Now this is a clock. This is a clock. Okay, this is a clock, a table clock. If you look at the first picture of the Surah Al-Ula, الساعة هنا الساعة الواحدة. So the time is 1 o'clock here. So 1 o'clock in Arabic is الساعة الواحدة. الساعة الواحدة. Don't say الساعة الواحد. If you say wahid, it means there's no ta in front of wahid. Okay? But if you say wahida, it means there's a ta. Okay? الساعة الواحدة. الساعة الواحدة. That is 1 o'clock. Then 2 o'clock is الساعة الثانية. الساعة الثانية. الساعة الثانية is 2 o'clock. 3 o'clock is الساعة الثالثة. الساعة الثالثة. 4 o'clock is الساعة الرابعة. الساعة الرابعة. Then 5 o'clock is الساعة الخامسة. الساعة الخامسة. خامسة. الساعة السادسة. 6 o'clock. الساعة السابعة. So we know the واحد, الثاني, الثالث, الرابع. We know that before now. So their feminine is the واحدة, ثانية, ثالثة, رابعة, until you get to the عاشرة. So you're just adding a sa in front of it. So you can see الساعة الواحدة, الساعة الثانية, الساعة الثالثة, الساعة الرابعة, الساعة الخامسة, الساعة السادسة, الساعة السابعة, الساعة الثامنة, الساعة التاسعة, and الساعة العاشرة. So when you get to al-ashira, then you go to 11 o'clock. So what is 11 o'clock? It's as-sa'atu al-hadiyata ashara. As-sa'atu al-hadiyata ashara. Then 12 o'clock is as-sa'atu thaniyata ashara. As-sa'atu thaniyata ashara. 11 o'clock, as-sa'atu al-hadiyata ashara. 12 o'clock, as-sa'atu thaniyata ashara. So مرة أخرى, as-sa'atu al-wahida, as-sa'atu thaniya. So please repeat after me wherever you are. You don't have to unmute your mic. Just repeat. As-sa'atu al-wahida, as-sa'atu thaniya, as-sa'atu thalitha, as-sa'atu rabi'a, الساعة الخامسة، الساعة السادسة، الساعة السابعة، الساعة الثامنة، الساعة التاسعة، الساعة العاشرة، الساعة الحادية عشرة، الساعة الثانية عشرة. Those are different timings. So let's have someone read all these different times. Let's have Sister Khadija.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
كيف أنت؟
بخير والحمد لله. وكيف حالك؟
الحمد لله بخير. نعم. الساعة واحدة، الساعة الثانية، الساعة الثالثة، الساعة الرابعة، الساعة الخامسة، الساعة السادسة، الساعة السابعة، الساعة الثمانية، الساعة التاسعة، الساعة العاشرة، الساعة الحادية عشرة.
You made a mistake. What is 8 o'clock?
الساعة الثانية ثامنة.
ثامنة. ميم نون.
ثامنة. الساعة الثامنة. جزاكم الله خير. الساعة التاسعة، الساعة العاشرة، الساعة الحادية عشرة، الساعة الثانية عشرة.
نعم جميل. شكرا. So we have a tadrib. As we progress, so I'll tell you, because you should be able to also say maybe 130, 115, and 145. Okay, but that would be too much for this class. So at least get the major hours, 1 to 12. Then we talk about 130, 115, or 230, 415. How do you say that in Arabic? Inshallah, as we progress, we'll get there. Now we have at-tadrib al-awwal. This is رسوم أقارب الساعة بحسب الوقت المطلوب. So we are to draw the hours, the long and the short hours. Now, the long and the short hand on the clock. So that's the meaning of رسوم. So you draw the أقارب الساعة, so that those are the arms of the clock. So for this one, as-sa'atu thaniyata ashar, this is simple. So all you need to do is to drag your pen. So if you have your workbook, you need to drag your pen to show athaniyata ashara. So athaniyata ashara, of course, is 12. So you draw it. I guess my pencil is bad. So you just draw it. Then this one, as-sa'atu al-khamisa, 5 o'clock, you draw your 5. As-sa'atu thaniya, 2 o'clock. As-sa'atu rabi'a, 4 o'clock, you draw your 4. As-sa'atu al-wahida, 1 o'clock, you draw it. As-sa'atu al-ashira, 10 o'clock, you draw it. So this is very simple. That's a tadrib al-awwal. Then you have a tadrib al-thani. Undur ila sa'a. Look at the clock. Wa qul al-waqt. And tell us the time. Undur, look, ila sa'a wa qul al-waqt. And say the time. Qul, say the time. So this is also simple. You have this is 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock in Arabic is as-sa'atu. If you go back, this is the 10 o'clock. As-sa'atu al-ashira. It's not as-sa'atu al-ashara. So look at it closely. As-sa'atu al-ashira. That's why I referred it back to it. Okay? As-sa'atu al-ashira. Then here you have 2 o'clock. What is 2 o'clock in Arabic? Let's go back. This is 2 o'clock. As-sa'atu al-thaniya. Al-thaniya. So it's not as-sa'atu al-thani. Okay? As-sa'atu al-thaniya. Okay? Then 3, we have this one, 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock in Arabic is what? As-sa'atu tasi'a. As-sa'atu tasi'a. This is it. Then you have 12 o'clock. As-sa'atu al-thaniyata ashara. Next is what? 6 o'clock. As-sa'atu sadisa. Just like here. Sadisa. Then the last, 8 o'clock. As-sa'atu al-thamina. So if you didn't get it in this class, don't worry. You can always revise. Go back to your book. It's written under them, each of those hours. As-sa'atu al-wahida, as-sa'atu al-thaniya, as-sa'atu al-thalitha, as-sa'atu al-rabi'a, as-sa'atu al-khamisa, as-sa'atu al-sadisa, as-sa'atu al-sabi'a, as-sa'atu al-sadisa, afwan, as-sabi'a, then al-thamina, al-tasi'a, al-ashira, al-hadiyata ashara, and al-thaniyata ashara. As-sa'atu al-thaniyata ashara. That's it. 12 o'clock. So we move on to at-tarakibu an-nahwiyya. So these are grammatical construction for syntax. Okay, an-nahwu, syntax. So we are in ad-darsu al-khamis والأربعون. So we have التدريب الأول. So the instruction says تبدل السؤال والجواب مع زميلك كما في المثال. تبدل السؤال, exchange the question, والجواب, and the answer مع زميلك with your colleague كما في المثال, just like you have in the example. So you have two people having a conversation, and the conversation, the first person asks and the second person responds. So you have كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم. We've seen this question before. كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم. كم, how many? ساعة أو ساعة, hours. Again, this is the singular, but in English we translate it as plural. We don't say how many hours. In English we say how many hours. كم ساعة, how many hours تعمل في اليوم, do you work in a day? Then your response, it says أعمل, I work 8, 8, I work for 8 ساعات, in hours في اليوم. Now here and in this class I need you all to get a pen and paper so I can get this concept. You might likely not get the concept if you don't get a pen and paper. So I'll give you about 30 seconds to get a pen and paper. So quickly do that while we continue. So I guess the 30 seconds is over. Excuse me. Now, write out sa in your paper. Sa'atan. Just write this, sa'atan. So sa means time, hours, okay? Or time. Basically hours. But it is the singular. Okay, just write S under it. That is the singular. S under sa, that is the singular. Now, then the plural, write it somewhere else. This is sa'at, that is the plural. Write it on the same sheet, but away from the sa, first sa. And write under it P, that is the plural. So you have sa, sa'at, sa, sa'at, aw sa'atun, and sa'at, singular and plural. Now, the question is, كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم? How many hours do you work in a day? And the response is, أعمل, I work 8 ساعات, for 8 hours في اليوم. Now, if you notice, the 8 ساعات is highlighted, this is in bold. So it means we need something here. And we need to check our grammar. Now, I could have said thamaniyata, the thamaniyata. So you have two types, the masculine and the feminine. What I have here, this thamaniya I have here is the masculine. So write out this as well. The thamaniya, write it out as well as what you have here. Tha, mim, nun, and ya, write it out. If you are done, write another thamaniya with a ta at the end. It must have a ta at the end. After the yaw, then add the ta. The feminine ta. Tha, mim, nun, yaw, and the ta. Thamaniya. That one will sound thamaniya too. Thamaniya too. Now, So those are the two types you have. You have thamaniya without, or thamani without a ta, and you have the one thamaniya or thamaniyatu with a ta. Now, how do you identify the one to use in your response? Do I say a'malu thamaniyata sa'atin, or I say a'malu thamani, this one without the ta, thamaniya sa'atin fil yawm? How do I know my answer? Now, in grammar, what determines what I will use, whether thamaniya with a ta or not, is this very sa'a we wrote the very first time, which is the singular. Now, if that's the condition, you can note that in your note. If this question, what I want to have here as a question, is feminine, if it is feminine, and from what I can see here, it is feminine because it has a ta, sa'at, my response will be what? Masculine, to be the opposite. My response will be what? Masculine. Your sa, which you wrote under it, S, is a feminine. It means my response will be what? Masculine. If what I have in place of sa here is masculine, my response here will be feminine. So it is the opposite. If I have feminine, my response will be masculine. If I have masculine, my response will be feminine. It's as simple as that. So it is masculine, feminine, or feminine, masculine, or feminine, masculine. So it's that simple. Masculine, feminine, or feminine, masculine. The first question you would ask yourself is, this what you have here, is it feminine or masculine? If it is feminine, I would say a'malu thamaniya sa'atin. If it is feminine, if it is masculine, assuming what I have here does not have this star, my response will be a'malu thamaniyata. I would say a'malu thamaniyata with the ta, as we shall see shortly. But for now, because our sa is feminine, our response throughout would be what? Masculine. This is feminine. Feminine, our response will be what? Masculine. So a'malu thamaniya sa'atin fil yawm. I work for 8 hours in a day. So now we have this. I will ask the question. I want someone to give me the response. Okay. The good thing is that all these responses will be masculine, so you don't have to worry. They will all be masculine because the same sa is what I would ask. So I'll need someone to answer this. So I'll call on Brother Abdul Mateen. No.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالك؟
الحمد لله بخير، وكيف حالك أنت؟
بخير والحمد لله. نعم. So I'm starting from the example from the مثال. كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم؟
أعمل 8 ساعات في اليوم.
ثمانية, not ثمانية. You can see there's no ta in front of this here. 8 ساعات في اليوم. Okay. أعمل
8 ساعات في اليوم.
ساعات في اليوم. Now, for the first question here, كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم؟
أعمل 3 ساعات في اليوم.
3 ساعات في اليوم. So here, the thalatha you mentioned is just tha, lam, alif, and tha. There's no ta in the thalatha, okay? أعمل 3 ساعات في اليوم. Now, the second question. كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم؟
أعمل أعمل ربيع ساعة في اليوم.
No. You say 4 hours. 4 ساعات. 4 ساعات.
أعمل أربع ساعات في اليوم.
أعمل 4 ساعات في اليوم. The 4 does not have ta. Okay, that's the masculine. The next. كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم؟
أعمل خمسة ساعات في اليوم.
5 أو 5 ساعات.
5.
Good. But because we are dealing with nah grammar, so we have to put fatha for the fatha should sound. Amalu 5 ساعات في
اليوم.
نعم. الرابع كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم؟
أعمل 6 ساعات في اليوم.
أعمل 6 وذات 6 ساعات في اليوم.
أعمل 6 ساعات في اليوم.
أعمل 6 ساعات في اليوم. Then the fifth. كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم؟
أعمل 7 ساعات في اليوم.
أعمل 7 ساعات 7 في اليوم. So if you check after the class, do a quick revision. There was a time we did numbers, just counting al-adad 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the last, till 10. So you do a quick revision on that, okay? Aside this, كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم؟
أعمل 8 ساعات في اليوم.
أعمل 8 ساعات في اليوم. نعم. السابع كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم؟
أعمل 9 ساعات في اليوم.
أعمل 9 ساعات في اليوم. كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم؟ الثامنة. كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم؟
أعمل 10 ساعات في اليوم.
جميل. أعمل 10 ساعات في اليوم. جميل جدا. جميل جدا. So you have this. We've seen the masculine responses. ثماني. So then with this example, it will be clearer. Or this exercise, I mean. So we have التدريب الثاني. تبدل السؤال والجواب مع زميلك كما في المثال. Just like we did earlier. Now, in this case, if you check your notes, your jota, you have, in place of sa, what you have is what? Tiflu. So where you had your sa, where you wrote your sa, you can write tiflu. Tiflu by the side. So, or tiflan by the side. So you have sa'atan and you have tiflan. So in this case, tiflan is what? It's masculine. I hope everyone agrees with me. It doesn't have a ta, so it is masculine. The word is a masculine. Whether you have a female child or male child, doesn't matter. This word, tiflu, means what? A baby. Baby is baby. And the word itself is what? It's masculine. The word is what we're talking about, not the entity. But this word, tiflu, is masculine. Now, from the rule, if it is masculine, my response will be what? Feminine. It's as simple as that. Masculine, feminine, feminine, masculine. When we had feminine, our response was masculine. Now we have a masculine and our response will be what? Feminine. So I will say, Kam tiflan laka. I will say li khamsatu. You can see this is the feminine. Masculine tiflan, response khamsatu atfalin. Feminine response. So I have here also Kam tiflan laka. The response is what? Thalathatu atfalin. You can see thalathatu. Before now, we were saying thalatha sa'atin. We were saying arba'a without the ta, sa'atin. Sitta without the ta, sa'atin. Sab'a without the ta, sa'atin. Thamaniya without the ta, sa'atin. Tis'a without the ta, sa'atin. But because we are talking about tiflan, so you have to have what? Feminine response. So it becomes thalathatu atfalin. Kam tiflan laka arba'atu atfalin. It will be li arba'atu atfalin. Kam tiflan laka li sittatu atfalin. Kam tiflan laka li. I have. Li means I have. Like I mentioned yesterday, li means I have. Sab'atu atfalin. Kam tiflan laka li thamaniyatu atfalin. Kam tiflan laka li tis'atu atfalin. So I don't expect you to grab this concept straight away from this class. As we progress, you'll get familiar with it. So don't worry if you did not get the concept. Don't worry, don't bother at all. But it is good you've learned the concept, and you, wherever we meet it, I'll point it out that this is why we have this. This is why we are saying khamsa tu and not khamsa. Why do we have ta? Because it sometimes could be confusing. Here we have khamsa tu atfalin, and here when we were responding, we didn't say, we said thamani, and we didn't say thamaniya, afwan. We didn't say this is thamaniya, but we didn't say thamaniyata sa'atin. So it could be confused. So you should know why you have thamaniya una and not thamaniyata. So this is the concept. So whenever you have the masculine, you respond with the feminine. When you have the feminine, you respond with the masculine. So it's as simple as that. So anytime we meet it, we see such examples in our conversations, I'll point it out that that is the rule. Okay. Well, after the class, you can go over this, revise as much as you can. Go back to those examples. If I go back to some of those examples, you will see kam hissatan, for instance, kam hissatan tadrusu fil yawm. It's a very popular statement we've seen over and over. Let's check the response and see if it matches the rule we just learned. Just a quick, let's see some of those conversations. I think we had them in here. Okay, we are in Amal already. Let's go to minutes. Ad-Dars. So this is where we talked about knowledge. So can you see my screen? I hope everyone can. So where you have kam hissatan, كم حصة تدرس في اليوم؟ أدرس 6. You can see this is the feminine, so the response has to be what? Masculine. كم حصة تدرس في اليوم؟ أدرس 6 حصص في اليوم. If you say أدرس 6 or 6 حصص في اليوم, grammatically that is wrong. So we've seen such examples before. Okay, كم يوما تدرس في اليوم and the likes. So let's continue from where let's continue with our example. So you have that. Then you have here التدريب الثالث. تبدل السؤال والجواب مع زميلك كما في المثال. So ماذا تعمل؟ ماذا تعمل؟ أعمل طبيبا. This is a طبيب. طبيب, طبيبا. So you should expect going forward, anytime I can ask you, ماذا تعمل? You should be able to tell me what you do, your profession, okay? So ماذا تعمل? Tell me your profession. Then for this person, ماذا تعمل? أعمل طبيبا. It has to be طبيبا. Don't say أعمل طبيب, طبيب or طبيب. أعمل طبيبا. أعمل طبيبا. ماذا تعمل? The response is very short. أعمل طبيبا. ماذا تعمل? This is ممرض. صيدلي. So the person who practices تمريض is ممرض. This is nurse. Then صيدلي is the what? Is a pharmacist. طيار is a pilot. مدرس is the teacher. مهندس is the engineer. معلم is what? Is the teacher. So I'll ask someone these questions and I want you to go through these pictures and provide the answers. So I will have Sister Ni'matullah. تفضلي.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالك؟
بخير الحمد لله. كيف حالكم؟
بخير والحمد لله. أين تسكنين؟
أسكن في لاغوس.
تسكنين في لاغوس. نعم الحمد لله. نعم هنا ماذا تعمل؟ اقرأي ما ترين في هذه الصورة.
أعمل
طبيبا. So look at the examples. Now, the next.
أعمل
ماذا تعمل؟
أعمل ممرض ممرض ممرض
ممرضا.
ممرضا.
Can you repeat that 5 times? ممرضا, ممرضا, 5 times.
ممرضا 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 ممرضا.
نعم.
Who is a ممرض؟
Who is a ممرض?
نعم ممرض.
Let me call a fellow student to answer the question. Sister Sharifa. Sister Sharifa. Brother Abdul Hamid. من هو الممرض؟
السلام عليكم أستاذ.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. من هو ممرض
الناس.
الناس؟ نعم، جميل. Sister Kalfos,
نعم.
so you know who a mummarid is now? So I guess we lost her. This network is bad. Let's have someone else. Sister Rihanna.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. نعم.
كيف
بخير والحمد لله. وكيف حالك؟
طيب والحمد لله.
أين تسكنين؟
أسكن في لون.
لورين.
Yes.
الحمد لله. نعم. ماذا تعمل هنا؟ So the response will be what? Here, looking at the screen, starting from the مثال. ماذا تعمل؟
أعمل ممرضة.
ممرضا. ممرضا. I want to hear the ممرضا, just like I heard أعمل طبيبا. أعمل ممرضا.
أعمل ممرضة.
نعم. The next. ماذا تعمل؟
أعمل صيدلية. صيدلية.
صيدليا. We've done tenwin. I want to hear the tenwin. I want to hear it at least for the class, for class purposes. Okay. أعمل صيدليا. أعمل طبيبا. أعمل ممرضا. ممرضا. را and shada. أعمل ممرضا. أعمل صيدليا.
أعمل صيدليا.
نعم. The next. ماذا تعمل؟
أعمل طيارا.
طيارا. Good. ماذا تعمل؟ Next.
أعمل مدرسا.
ماذا تعمل؟
أعمل مهندسا.
نعم. ماذا تعمل؟
أعمل معلما.
معلما. معلما. معلما. Good. So now for you, ماذا تعملين? What do you do? You personally. ماذا تعمل؟
أعمل طبيبا.
Now, so you're a doctor, right?
I said طبيبا, not طالب.
طبيبا.
Yes.
You're a male doctor.
أعمل طالبا. I'm mixing it. I'm a student.
You're a student.
Yes.
Now, so you're a male student.
طالبة.
طالبة. أعمل طالبة. Can say
أعمل طالبة.
أعمل طالب, but it's accepted. But we don't say I work as a student, but it's accepted. You can say that. So whoever you are conversing with will understand.
Okay, I can say Anna.
You can just say
طالب.
Anna Taliba. You can just say Anna Taliba instead of saying Amal. But the very person you are speaking with will understand, okay, you are a student. But actually, what you use Amalu for is someone who works, not a student.
Okay.
So
Okay.
instead of saying Amalu Talibatan, just say Anna Taliba. I'm a student.
Okay. Jazakumullah.
So for everyone, start thinking about what you do. Anytime I can call you and ask what you do. So your response should be A'malu this. A'malu this with the tenwin and fatha. Tenwin or nasbi. We've done this before. Okay? So then we have التدريب الرابع. تبادل السؤال والإجابة مع زميلك كما في المثال. المثال الأول أين تعمل? But you should expect the next question after anybody meets you and asks you ماذا تعمل؟ أعمل معلما. For instance, I teach. أعمل معلما. The next question will be أين تعمل? Where do you work? It's different from ماذا تعمل? What do you do? So the next question will probably be where do you work? Okay. If you say you are طبيب, أنا أعمل طبيبا. The next question will be أين تعمل? Where do you work? في المستشفى, anywhere. So you have أين تعمل, and the responses are أعمل في. The difference between the first one is that this has a fee, where your work as you have a fee. أعمل في الشركة, I work in the company. أعمل في الشركة, I work in the company. أين تعمل, I work in the company. أين تعمل, أعمل في الشركة. So let's have someone answer these questions. أين تعمل, أعمل في المستشفى. أين تعمل, and the rest. So let's have Sister Mutia. Can please unmute your mic.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
كيف حالك؟ let me start from my okay.
كيف حالك؟
الحمد لله بخير. وكيف حالك؟
بخير والحمد لله. So looking at what you have here, أين تعمل?
أعمل في الشركة.
في الشركة. If you say شركة, that means something different entirely. So you've added يا. So
أعمل في الشركة.
في الشركة.
It's just شركة.
Let's see if another student can answer that. Sister Rihanna, can you answer that question? Mama Sherika.
I wasn't in class when you taught them.
So we have two people already. Okay. Okay, let's see the third person. Sister Sharifa. Mama Sherika. So you see why you shouldn't be skipping classes. You're taking our time. Sister Sharifa.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mama Sherika.
كيف حالك؟
بخير والحمد لله وكيف حالك؟
بخير والحمد لله.
ماما شركة.
Company.
جزاك الله خيرا. So,
okay, just company. Okay. جزاكم الله خير.
Now, أين تعمل؟ أين تعمل؟
أعمل في المستشفى.
المستشفى. ماما المستشفى.
Hospital.
التالي أين تعمل؟
أعمل في جامعة.
في الجامعة. نعم. Next. أين تعمل؟ أين تعمل؟ Is it the network? So I guess we've lost. We can't hear you. I have to let you go. We can't hear you. Let's have Abdullah to complete it. Abdullah, tafaddali.
Assalamu alaikum.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
كيف حالك؟
بخير والحمد لله وكيف حالك؟
بخير الحمد لله.
Now, أين تعمل? Starting from the first one.
أعمل في شركة.
في الشركة. نعم. أين تعمل؟
أعمل في مستشفى.
في المستشفى. في
أعمل في المستشفى.
في المستشفى. It's not Philly. I was just trying to emphasize the alif and lam. So it is في المستشفى. عمل في المستشفى.
أعمل في المستشفى.
جميل. أين تعمل؟
أعمل في الجامعة.
في الجامعة.
في الجامعة.
أين تعمل؟
أعمل في المكتبة.
في المكتبة. نعم. أين تعمل؟
أعمل في الكلية التربية.
في كلية. This is طيران. كلية الطيران.
أو طيران.
نعم.
في كلية طيران.
نعم. ما معنى كلية الطيران؟
طيران is aviation.
وما معنى كلية الطيران؟
Faculty of طيران. Faculty of aviation.
Yeah, good. You can say College of Aviation and Faculty of Aviation or something like that. Then you have ماذا تعمل؟
أعمل في كلية هندسة.
يأتي الهندسة. نعم.
هندسة.
نعم. ماذا تعمل؟
أعمل في كلية صيدلة.
نعم. أين تعمل؟ نعم. Now, and for you? And for you, ماذا تعملين? So we go back to what you do. ماذا تعملين? You, what do you do?
أعمل معلمة.
معلمة. So you are a lady. معلمة. وأين تعملين؟
أعمل في مدرسة.
في المدرسة. جميل جدا. So I can start a conversation with you. I'm starting now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
كيف حالك؟
بخير الحمد لله. وكيف حالك أنت؟
بخير والحمد لله. أين تسكنين؟
أسكن في موطن. وأنت
أسكن في
أين
لاغوس.
تسكن؟ نعم.
أسكن في لاغوس. وماذا تعملين؟
وماذا تعملين؟ أعمل وأنت ماذا تعمل؟ ماذا تعمل؟
أعمل مدرسا.
وأين تعمل؟
أعمل في المدرسة. وأعمل على الشبكة أيضا على الإنترنت كما أدرسكم الآن. So you can see, you can have a very simple conversation and understand what your peer is saying. So is there anything you didn't understand from this communication?
Just the last things you said.
Okay, I said, I teach. You asked me what I do. And I said, I'm a teacher. Okay, at least for now, I do other things, but I'm a teacher for now. And I said, I teach. You asked me where I teach. And I said, I teach in the madrasa. And I also said, I teach ala shabaka on the internet.
Shabaka.
Internet means shabaka. Okay, a shabaka to dawliya.
A shabaka to dawliya.
That's
Now.
internet. Then I also said, I teach like I'm teaching you guys now on the internet. Okay.
Now.
Shabaka means net for maybe fishing net or anything. But because of the internet, the net in the internet, so they call it shabaka. So Arabs, they borrow languages like that and just call it net. So
now.
So this shows you can have conversation. So for everybody, go and learn what your profession is in Arabic. So if I ask you, not that time only, you should be able to provide an answer. أعمل this أعمل طبيبا أعمل this أعمل وأين تعمل? You should know where you work. So in our conversations in the class, I'll be asking you. So that is the way to put to use what you have learned. So inshallah, we'll stop here. I need to jump into another class and we'll meet again next week. We'll start from At-Tadrib Al-Khamis. So please try as much as possible to revise before we meet the next class. Don't just close your book now and meet again next week, Saturday, inshallah. So read during the week, even if it's just 15 minutes or 10 minutes. May Allah make it easy for each and every one of us. So we'll stop here. وَنَلْتَقِي أُسْبُوعَ الْقَادِمِ بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.